So let's speak about prayer now. Specifically, Hefseck בתפילה, to stop in the prayer. So there is different reasons to stop in the prayer. For example, when you hear Kaddish or Kedusha, a bracha to answer Amen. So first of all, in most of the Sidurim today, they have a chart of when to stop and for what to stop. Okay, so but you have to understand that there is like levels of priority. Okay, also within your prayer, and also what you have to reply to. Okay, so for example, to answer Kedusha is a higher priority than answering Kaddish, for example. And within the Kaddish, the Amen Yesh Merabah is more important than the other Amens, for example. And all of the Kaddish is more important than answering Amen to Bracha that someone is saying. Okay? So according to those foundations, now about your prayer, so when you're in the middle of Bracha, yourself, or when you are in the middle of Kriyat Shema, meaning the first pasuk of Kriyat Shema, Shema or Baruch Shem. So in those parts of the prayer, you shouldn't stop. Okay? In the middle of Bracha or middle of Kriyat Shema, first pasuk or Baruch Shem, and also in the middle of the Amidah. Shouldn't stop. Okay? Usually. And maybe if you do stop, not to say anything. What does it mean? For example, you're in the middle of your Amidah, and the Chazan is much quicker than you, and you already finished his Amidah, and he's starting the repetition, and he's about to hit Kedusha, and you just, start to get warm up with your Amidah. You're just warming up the engines, yeah, and he's already there. Okay, it happens. So what do? So when you hear the Kedusha, even though you're in the middle of the Amidah, you have to pause and hear, listen, focus, meditate. Yeah? All of those things you can do. That's not called Hefseck. You didn't break your prayer by that. By pausing in your prayer, you didn't break your prayer. Okay? There is also, by the way, a possibility to answer the Kedusha, even though you're in the middle of the Amidah, when you holding exactly in the same point of the Kedusha, meaning you just said Mechaya Metim with the Shliach Tzibur, and then you say the Kedusha with him. Okay? And for me, like many times, I did it purposely. I made like I was like doing my time management of my prayer, that I will get to Mechaya Metim with the Shliach Tzibur to be able to answer the Kedusha. That's fine, that's legit. Okay? Otherwise, so you just stop and meditate. Same thing also, by the way, for the Baruch Hu or Amen Yesh Merabah of the Kaddish. You have to stop and just focus. Other things shouldn't stop. So just answering Amen for the Machot of Shliach Tzibur, you don't stop for that. You're in the middle of your prayer.
You're specifically the Amidah.
Yeah. Now, what else?
So the problem I've been having is that I'm in the middle of other prayers, and they have Kaddish back to back to back sometimes. And I can't get through my prayer, and then I don't know whether I need to go back and start from the beginning, or do I continue where I left off?
Okay, so we had someone here in the yeshiva a long time ago, many years ago, that he said basically the same thing that you are saying now. He said, like, if I have to answer them, I cannot pray myself. Like, I'm losing all my prayer. And there's a rabbi that used to teach here many years. His name is Rav Ackerman, Shlita, Shem Ulsanim Refuah Shlema. So he told this boy, like, in that case, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. You can ignore and just focus on your prayer. If you cannot, if you feel that you're losing your prayer by answering, so don't answer. Okay? Or you can do your prayer before or after and answer and just be there to answer. It's also a possibility. But you don't have to. You can pray in the same time and focus on your prayer, and that's fine as well. So there is a benefit. There isn't like a big thing about answering and being part of the congregation. Yeah? But if because of that you lost your prayer and you don't have a prayer, so that's, you're taking something important, but you're losing something more important. So you're losing more than what you gain. So like many other things, you have to know the value of what you're gaining and what you're losing to be able to make the calculation if that's what you want to do, right? And that's a challenge, but we have to be aware of what's going on with all of those different parts of our prayer. Zod Hashem. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen v'Amen.